Tonight is a celebration of freedom. I feel privileged to know so many of you in the audience, and I am humbled to be among those being honored. This year marks two auspicious anniversaries, the end of the Vietnam War and the beginning of the vibrant Vietnamese American community in the United States. The first anniversary we remember with deep sadness, especially for those who gave their lives for freedom. The second anniversary we celebrate because Vietnamese Americans have added so much to the American fabric. Thank you for your contributions to the great country we both love and share. The unyielding resolve of Vietnamese Americans, the devotion to God, family, and community, the work ethic have been a true inspiration and blessing for the United States. I especially want to thank Boat People SOS and Dr. Tong, the driving force behind this event. Dr. Tong came to me some 20 years ago and asked me to help him rescue tens of thousands of refugees who had been improperly screened out and were going to be sent to Orwellian new economic zones or to the Gulag. With Dr. Tong's assistance, however, we were able to help some 20,000 people come to the United States instead. His wise counsel, tenacity, and goodness is greatly appreciated by the U.S. Congress. And like so many of you here tonight, we recognize him as a true champion of freedom. Indeed, much has changed in Vietnam over the past 40 years. Some Vietnamese are a little richer, but they have few rights. The Vietnamese Communist Party has opened up a bit to the outside world, but remains closed to democracy and the rule of law. U.S.-Vietnamese business relations have warmed significantly, but without concrete and durable improvements in human rights. Now our two countries are talking about enhanced security cooperation and a new trade treaty. But if these strategic interests proceed without tangible increases in freedom, freedom of speech, expression, assembly, and religion, freedom of the press, then U.S. policy will have failed. And we will have failed the Vietnamese people who have suffered so much for so long for freedom and who want liberty, justice, and respect for internationally recognized human rights. The future of Vietnam, as you know and I know, is not the Communist Party. The future of Vietnam is the dissidents bravely standing for freedom. It is the new generation of bloggers and religious leaders and activists. These people are Vietnam's future. You know it, I know it. U.S. policy must reflect this reality. This is the reason why I work to have the Vietnam Human Rights Act passed in the Congress. Vietnam's leaders should be held accountable for their violations of fundamental human rights. U.S. policy must stand on the side of the dissident, the persecuted, and the repressed. To do so demonstrates our solidarity with the best and the bravest. To do so advances both our national interests and our highest principles. Throughout my 35 years in Congress, I have fought for neglected refugees and persecuted peoples around the world. Like you, I yearn for the day when Vietnam is free, and that day will happen. God bless you, and good night.